Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to the channel, hope you're all well. What are we doing here? Dad had a couple trees down. He just wanted me to come down and cut them into sections where he could drag them with his tractor easily to a little easier area to block them up, or area a little closer to the wood splitter, I guess. But we're kind of a limestone rock bar here. He'd actually had a tree service come and fall this one because it was just, it was one of them damn trees, and if you're skeptical about something, the smartest thing to do is always to let the professional do it. I'm not a professional, so do not copy anything you see me do in this video. I don't want anyone getting hurt on my part. 500i, really enjoying this saw. It probably will eventually get ported, the main thing, and I kind of mentioned it here in part of this video, but in most woods it's fine. You can lean on it, you will not make it fall on its face, but pretty sure it's a maple tree here, and it just, one of those hard-ass maple trees you guys I know have all cut on, or maybe you haven't, maybe they're not in your region, but we kind of make it fall flat on its face here, and wasn't really doing anything crazy or tugging on it too hard or anything. But it's sure making the saw do a little work. And this tree's a little bigger than it looks in this video. The GoPro just always kind of makes things look weird. But by now maybe you've seen the video of me falling that shot the cell phone. Shot it for us, but you'll see when I go into the back cut here, and this tree did not want to let go. Done its first initial big pop and separated what looked like 4 inches or more, and just kind of sat there for a little bit. I did clip a lot of it out of this video just for sake of the video. I took a 40-something long minute video and clipped it down to 17 minutes or so. I think, but she just kind of sat there and it eventually went. But you guys probably see the saw. It ain't bad, but saw could use just a little bit of torque, for the falling saw, which is mainly why I bought it. Found out that it was kind of that heavy to limb with. I'm sure a lightweight bar would help it out. If I purchase a lightweight bar, I'll probably just go ahead and put a 28 on it. I've grown over the last few years to really enjoy using a 24 and a 28. You got a 36, it's a little much, but I can kind of see in a lot of situations how a longer guide bar could be a little safer to use. It ain't the fact of needing, the longer bar, but there's some situations where, if it's a sketchy tree and you're following it and you got your chain set up right, to where, you don't want to be right up against it. For limbing and cutting things, down on the ground, a little longer bar does seem to be beneficial. And again, ain't no professional. Don't copy any of this. I've said it and I'll say it again. I'm a horrible limber, but it is what it is. I've been doing this stuff a long time, cutting up trees, cutting firewood. My hat's off to you guys that do it for a living. I was overdressed. It got up close to 50 today. And we'd left earlier in the day. I had on the insulated work pants. Long sleeve, big thick hoodie. I went to being cold, but it warmed up. I ended up covered in sweat. But I do run this saw out of fuel here in a little bit. You guys get to see Project Blackout. She's still going, still running strong. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that saw. Again, I'm enjoying the 500, but I've not ran it enough to do a full review on it. About once we hit that year mark, we'll do like we done our a few other saws and do a review on it. I'm probably going to run it stock up till then, before we do any port work or anything to it, any mods at all. But, you know, it's an awesome saw. Is it worth $1,600 and some change? I don't know. This was the R model 4-app. You know, it had a 24 on it. I've seen them for the same price or more with a 20, just regular old Rollomatic ES bar. But, you know, who's to say what it's worth? But they're a cool saw. They're a powerful saw. You know, it is what it is. But Project Blackout, it's on the channel. Just search like HIPAA, big bore ms290 to 390. This saw was built out of big box parts out of several saws I tore down. It's an actual 290, I guess you would call it, chassis or set of cases. I know it does need idling turned down on it. I think it's clutch springs. I think it's just, I don't know how, but Dad's had this saw for probably over a year now. It's got a brand new loop with a Duke's chain on it right now. Pretty good cutting chain. I don't think it quite has the pull of that Stihl RS that I just came off of, but in this hard wood, it was getting it done, and it's in some situations probably like half the price of that Stihl RS chain. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a HIPAA, they're 49mm, big bore, makes it an ms390. Full rebuild. It's got what little port work you can do to those. Let's face it, a lot you can do. Time in advance, real loud muffler mod. All the plastics dyed black. I think it's an 029 Super top. The handle and top plastic on about 100% sure is a 029 Super. Let's see what else. I think I put an aftermarket handlebar on it. I may be wrong on that. I think it's got a Farmer Tech handlebar. Like a rear plastic on its Farmer Tech, I think. Yeah, it's just one of those, what I like to call a hodgepodge of aftermarket and OE parts. But a little bit of torque, which is what I think most people are tearing down and doing with them anyway. But yeah, that was me talking about that saw. It is a little heavy. Yeah, it's an awesome saw, but there ain't a lot of footage of me running that Blackout saw, which is what we go to here. I think we got a little footage of Dad running it too. But got a really unique sound to it for what it is. Those saws kind of sound weird anyway. I have lots of videos on this chassis saw. I'm very fluent on that chassis saw. If anyone has any questions or concerns, you know, it's the 1127. It's like an 029 through an ms390. They're a homeowner farm ranch. I say that, but there's lots of loggers out there, and I mean legit loggers that have a few of these saws around them. I have worked on them for logging crews. You know, they're a good all-around saw, and even the old 029s had a lot of power for what they was. I don't know of anyone really that's actually not liked one or thrown off on it. You know, this is like a whole kit. I think you can buy that rebuild kit and top-end kit. At the time, I think it was like $50. They gave it to me for free just to like do a video and a review on it. Honestly, if you go to my page, I think in the popular videos, I think it's not too far down there. It could be a dozen or 2 dozen videos or so. But, you know, there's several videos on that build at this Project Blackout, I think. Really, really strong saw. It's got a 20, and that 500 had a 24, but in the I don't cut a lot of bigger pieces, but I think the last clip in this I was kind of cutting the whole tree in two to where you could just hook to it, break it off the tractor and drag it out. But I was able to lean on that saw pretty hard. I'd hit this bush hog here, and I think Dad had hit the fence with it. But that was later on. The chain was still cutting good back to that Duke's chain, even after hitting a steel bush hog. I got in it and got right back out quick. I'm pretty sure I've seen Dad hit the fence a time or two, or a post or something. But what I'm getting at, that chain still held at the edge and cut pretty good. But back to the saw, I'm not going to say this thing is as strong as that 500. It is not by any means, but as far as torque, I was able to lean on it pretty damn hard and was not able to stall it out. Like, the last clip of this video, I was pulling up on that saw with about all I had and dogging in on it. Well, not all I had, but, you know, using common sense and not ripping the handle out of the damn thing. But, build going on 2 years old, or it's probably been over 2 years we built that. It's still getting it done. Dad's been running it quite a bit. If you ain't cut this stuff is pretty hard. I think most people have dealt with harder maples before. The tree was alive, it wasn't dead, still full of, I guess we would say syrup, we wouldn't say sap, but I think they turned the sap into syrup is how that works. But I think we're rolling up on that last clip. I'll just let you guys go and let you watch that. If you watch this, we appreciate it. Looking forward to getting into some cool projects in the new shop. So, you know, if you do, hang around and hit the notifications bell, give us a thumbs up, and as always, have a great day.